Limpopo River, lifeblood of the savanna and the undisputed domain of the hippopotamus. But today, a bold intruder has arrived. A large male silverback gorilla, seemingly on a mission to challenge the river's colossal ruler. Instead of a cautious approach, the gorilla takes a dramatic leap into the water, landing with a splash near a large bull hippo. This is not mere curiosity, it's a blatant act of provocation. The hippo's reaction is immediate and furious. Its grunts become deafening, its jaws snap with terrifying force. But the gorilla, undeterred, continues its aggressive splashing, adding chest beating to its repertoire of intimidation. In an astonishing display of audacity, the gorilla actually pushes against the hippo in the water. This unprecedented act of aggression seems to surprise the hippo, further fueling its rage. The hippo's massive head erupts from the water, a clear display of its formidable weaponry. But the gorilla remains defiant, continuing its splashing and maintaining a confrontational stance. The hippo's patience has reached its breaking point. A thunderous bellow echoes across the river as it lunges towards the gorilla. The gorilla responds in kind, its own vocalizations a mix of challenge and perhaps a touch of adrenaline-fueled bravado. The splashing continues unabated. A chaotic struggle ensues in the water. He river churns with the sounds of the struggle. The tension is palpable. The air crackles with the raw power of these two titans locked in conflict. A dramatic confrontation unfolds in the heart of the wilderness. A lone silverback gorilla finds itself ambushed by a pack of pit bulls, their aggression unleashed in a flurry of snapping jaws and relentless barking. The pit bulls, tenacious and driven, swarm the much larger primate. They dart in, attempting to exploit any perceived weakness. The gorilla, initially on the defensive, absorbs the initial onslaught, but its movements already hint at the immense power about to be unleashed. The tide begins to turn. The gorilla's grunts deepen, resonating with raw power. The sound of snapping branches and thudding impacts punctuates the air as the gorilla begins to retaliate, its massive limbs becoming blurs of motion. The pit bulls, so confident moments before, are now finding themselves outmatched. The gorilla's strength is simply overwhelming. It swats, grabs, and throws the attacking dogs with ease, sending them yelping and scrambling backwards. He, snarling of the pit bulls, takes on a more fearful tone. Their aggressive barking is now punctuated by whimpers. The soundscape is dominated by the gorilla's powerful movements, the clear sign of its growing dominance. Despite their initial ferocity, the pit bulls are unable to inflict any significant damage. The gorilla's thick fur and sheer strength provide an almost impenetrable defense. The fight, though intense, is becoming a one-sided affair. The gorilla punctuates the ongoing struggle with thunderous chest beats, a display of dominance that further demoralizes the already faltering attackers. Here, in the heart of an unlikely wilderness, unfolds a tale of friendship defying all expectations, a story of two souls, vastly different in origin, yet bound by an unbreakable bond. This is Jabari, a western lowland gorilla raised not amongst his own kind, but alongside Kodiak, a grizzly bear. Their story began in the most unexpected of circumstances. Orphaned at a young age, they found solace and companionship in each other. Rescued and raised together at a specialized sanctuary, they formed a connection rarely, if ever, witnessed in the wild. They chase each other, tumble in the grass, and share a quiet moment of rest, leaning against one another. Their interactions are a fascinating blend, of species-specific behaviors. Jabari's agile climbing, a natural gorilla instinct, contrasts with Kodiak's powerful, earthbound movements. Yet they've learned to understand each other's language, a subtle dance of gestures and sounds. This gentle grooming, a common social behavior among gorillas, is reciprocated by Kodiak in his own way, a soft nudge or a playful nip. Their bond transcends species, a testament to the power of connection in the animal kingdom. They play with a ferocity that belies their deep affection. A mock battle, a test of strength, a reaffirmation of their unique relationship. This isn't simply coexistence. It's a genuine friendship, forged in shared experience and mutual respect. Jabari and Kodiak's story challenges our understanding of interspecies relationships. The African Savannah, a stage set for life and death dramas. This encounter, however, began not with a stalk, but with a sudden, violent assault. A Bengal tiger, driven by the primal urge to hunt, launched a surprise attack on a Spanish fighting bull. The tiger, a master of ambush, had hoped to capitalize on the element of surprise. But this was no ordinary prey. This was a Spanish fighting bull, a creature bred for power and aggression, a beast weighing well over a ton. The tiger knows this will be no easy meal. The bull's sheer size and power pose a significant threat. One wrong move, one misplaced paw, could mean a swift and brutal end for the hunter. This bull isn't looking for a fight, but it will defend itself with every ounce of its considerable strength. The tiger's claws rake across the bull's thick hide, but they fail to penetrate deeply. Worse, the bull has drawn first blood, a painful reminder that this hunt will be far from easy. The savanna floor becomes a battleground. The tiger, despite its initial aggression, is finding itself frustrated. The bull's sheer bulk and unwavering resolve are proving a formidable defense. The air crackles with the tension of this brutal struggle. The tiger must change its tactics. The direct assault has failed. It needs to find a way to exploit the bull's weaknesses, to find a chink in its armor. But the bull is vigilant, its focus absolute. The sun beats down on the two combatants, the dust swirling around them like a shroud. The savanna holds its breath. No quarter given, no ground yielded. Here, deep within the forest's embrace, an improbable struggle for survival erupts. A Bengal tiger and a polar bear, two apex predators from vastly different worlds, are locked in a desperate battle, a clash of titans that defies the natural order. The polar bear, a creature of the Arctic ice, throws its immense weight into the fray. Its massive frame, built for enduring freezing temperatures and vast open spaces, is now hampered by the unfamiliar terrain. The uneven forest floor and dense undergrowth restrict its movements, making it less agile than it would be on its native ice. Even so, its powerful forelimbs attempt to pin the tiger, to crush the life from its body. But the tiger is a master of this environment, a creature of agility and precision. Its lightning-fast reflexes and flexible spine allow it to evade the bear's powerful yet somewhat clumsy attacks in this confined space. It twists and turns, using every root and fallen branch as leverage, desperately avoiding the crushing weight of the bear's embrace. This is a fight fought tooth and claw, a brutal dance of life and death. The tiger's razor-sharp claws rake across the bear's thick fur, finding purchase even through the dense layers. The bear's powerful jaws snap with terrifying force, seeking a decisive bite, but its movements are hampered by the close quarters and uneven footing. The balance of power shifts precariously. though the polar bear's struggles in this unfamiliar environment become more apparent. The Colosseum roars. 50,000 spectators, hungry for spectacle, witness a scene of primal drama. A lone gladiator, armed with only his courage and a small shield, faces a magnificent Barbary lion. This is no staged hunt, but a life-or-death struggle unfolding before our very eyes. From the outset, the ferocity is palpable. The lion, a creature of raw power, wastes no time. But the gladiator, a veteran of countless battles, is quick, agile. He knows survival depends on evasion, on exploiting any weakness. No sword, no spear. This gladiator relies on wrestling, on the ancient arts of hand-to-hand combat. He uses his shield defensively, a crucial barrier against the lion's razor-sharp claws. He seeks to control the beast, to unbalance it, to gain any advantage. A moment of brilliance. The gladiator uses the lion's own weight against it, a testament to his strength and skill. This is a battle not just of muscle, but of wits. Each move is calculated, each breath precious. The sand becomes a canvas of struggle. Dust and sweat mingle with the tension in the air. The crowd is on its feet, their roars a deafening backdrop to this epic clash. The gladiator's movements are precise, economical. He conserves his energy, knowing this could be a long and brutal fight. The battle rages on. Who will emerge victorious from this dance of death? The Colosseum holds its breath. The answer, as always, remains uncertain.